Tell you what, dude, that was hilarious. And then my first TV spot was with Sika. Then I was in the ring with Sika, and he had me down the mat.
Oh, I've heard this one.
And I was in a leg scissors.
Sure you want to tell this one?
Yeah. It was a funny thing, you know.
Okay.
That's what happens to green guys. I was green. And he kept giving me these old wet willies. You know, he kept spitting on his thumb, you know, and he kept, like, you know, just putting it in my ear. And I'm kicking and kicking. And I'm going to tell you what, man. I don't know what those guys eat. But here I am in this head scissors on TV. And Sika goes, now start kicking. And I'm kicking. And all of a sudden, I'm going to tell you this. What came out of that man's body was unnatural.
Are all these stories going to be about flatulence?
Well, that was. But, yeah, I you know, and so I kicked and flailed, and all I heard from him was, "It looks good on the camera, brother. It looks good on the camera." So,
That's good stuff.
yeah, it is. Good times.
Good times.
Want to do word association?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I'd like
okay.
to do a quick. I want to say thanks again.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
We'll do a part 2 where we can get more in depth to training and your Mexico stuff, and you can tell us how you beat up Super Porky and all that.
Also, if he ever sees this, man, Norman Smiley, thank you. Thank you very much.
He's a big Norman Smiley, big fan of these.
All
He loves them.
Makes him smile.
all of the training, I mean, you know what? He actually taught me, I mean, all kind of stuff down there, you know. I just had to shoot.
How to hold your breath and do a
so
big
that
wiggle.
was important. Well, no, because that was before.
Right.
But,
That's
yeah,
before the big wiggle.
the big wiggle.
Swept the
He was
nation.
black magic down there.
Yeah.
But
He wasn't colored magic.
He was colored magic, but he was phenomenal.
No,
He
he's
actually-
fantastic.
He actually just taught me like how to shoot, and that was so important.
Yeah,
But anyway, go ahead.
We need to get into that next time. We're
Yeah.
we're definitely gonna do a part 2. Something that you were talking to me at the Ultimate Show a few months ago, and you were just like, I'm going to cut this promo where I'm going to say, like, I'm responsible for 85% of the guys in the locker room. And I went, holy crap, you're right. Like, you go down the roster, and you're like,
Yep.
wow, you are responsible for a lot of these guys as far as bringing them in and training them and kind of...
I'm in trouble. All
So
right.
I've compiled a list of guys who you are, some good, some bad. And I'm just going to do like word association, and
Oh, man.
I'm going to mention them, and you just kind of give us a brief little,
Okay.
a funny story associated with each guy or whatever.
Oh, Lord.
We'll start. This is completely random. Fabian.
I wouldn't say.
said.
I wouldn't say.
Enough
I wouldn't say Bob's responsible for Fabian
No.
because I don't think. I don't
he
think Bob was the
came-
first guy.
No, he
Yeah.
came from Sika school.
Okay.
And Adrian's right. He was in every
Yes,
school.
he's been
yes. He
everywhere.
actually came from Adrian school. I went to Sika school, came to my school, and I asked him to leave.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been everywhere but gotten nowhere.
And don't put his pictures on your website, or he'll demand
But-
that they get taken down.
But I will say this: he kept coming back.
Got a lot of heart, that guy.
Got a lot of heart.
And that's about it.
That's all he has, but he's got a lot of it.
Aaron Blaze.
Aaron Blaze is a good kid. Aaron Blaze now is doing the gimmick, but that I told him to do 10 years ago.
I
Aaron
hate
Idol. For
Aaron
those
Idol.
fans that don't know who we're talking about.
It.
Aaron
I
Blaze.
hate it.
Good kid.
I love
Good
it.
gimmick for him too, though.
No,
The
it's
blonde hair
awful.
gimmick. Go ahead.
Maze.
Who? Oh. I'm kidding, man.
Give it to him.
Bruiserweight.
Maze and Cruz, you know what? I can say this about Maze. He has grown at least 2 inches since I've actually known him. No. Look, him and Cruz, and I will talk about them actually like as a team, because they were a team. When they came to me, man, they were talented beyond anything but that I've ever seen. But they had no ring skills whatsoever.
None.
And so I actually took them in. I didn't charge them anything, did I? Did I charge you guys anything?
No.
Yeah.
We
see?
gave you the sob story
see.
about Adrian ripping us off.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that was the old sob story.
And they
was
worked
the
for
truth,
free
but-
for 3 years.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know what, man? That was the price.
Oh yeah.
But
First paying gig we had from you was Backyard Brawl.
yes, and that was because I just felt so bad for you because of the blood you lost. But no, great workers, and they're actually still in the business today. You know what? I was given a what was it, man? What was it? I was given like a actually big compliment about probably 4 months ago, and that's that about 80% of the guys that I trained are actually still working now.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
Another one of those guys, we'll segue right into that, is Mike Jacobs.
Mike Jacobs. Mike Jacobs was actually Danny Rowland's student.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
really?
Yes.
And
But
me and Danny pretty much trained him.
But awesome worker.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic worker, natural worker. One of the old school guys.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Loves old school stuff. Not a high flyer. Loves old school.
Robbie Eagle.
Oh yeah,
He
Robbie
He
Eagle.
won the contest with Fish and Zay.
TK 101.
He's not working now. I think he's got some health problems. Like his heart, he has like a heart murmur, and he can't.
Really?
Yeah, really. Like he had to quit football and he had to quit wrestling.
Oh,
really unfortunate because I thought he was really talented.
Yeah, he had some
I didn't know that.
talent.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
that's
that
why
at
he
all.
quit.
Man, well, you know what, man? He was good though.
Mm-hmm.
He was good.
His flip bumps were breathtaking.
Cato Storm.
Kato Storm, man, Kato Storm was just awesome, but he got hurt in a match with somebody who was basically too green to be doing what they were doing, and so I mean it was just unfortunate because I'll tell you what, Kato Storm was a talent.
Do you think he would have made it?
Probably not because of his size, but I can say this: it wasn't for lack of talent.
Red Anderson.
He's the owner of Ultimate Wrestling.
You want to leave it at that?
No, actually, Red is basically stuck with it.
Uh-huh.
All right, and I mean, you know that, you know what, that is the absolute. What's the word for it? I mean, that's the key to this business is that if you stay with it. All right, you know, probably not one of the best workers. All right, but I mean, you know, he's actually stuck in there. You know, everyone's told him not to do it. You know, and he can't do this and he can't do that, and he's out there doing it.
Right.
So,
Johnny Hollywood. How'd you find him?
no, he actually found me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's how it all happened. Johnny Hollywood, he's in jail somewhere.
Is it really?
He has to be.
Oh,
Jail
okay.
dead.
Yeah, we saw some interesting videos. With him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into any detail.
I'll tell you about that after.
Oh, I've already.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't want to.
It's not that kind of shoot.
No. Shoot. Okay, good.
Um,
Johnny Hollywood. Thanks for bringing that up.
Vortex.
Vortex.
Also one of Danny's
Danny's
students,
boy.
but trained at the PWA school.
I gave them so much crap because they were backyard wrestlers,
Yep.
and I hated backyard wrestlers. Backyard wrestlers to me were the grunge of the earth. They were the lowest form of life on the face of the earth. Why? Because they thought that they were wrestlers. Because they would watch the stuff on TV, build them a wooden ring in the back, have a show, and then dive off the roof. And those two were the only two backyard wrestlers who ever stuck it out.
Vortex and Iceberg.
Because you put out a
Yes,
challenge on TV.
I actually challenged other backyard wrestlers that if they could last 2 weeks, I'd train them for free. And not a one had the guts to actually stand up and do it. So,
Some of them tried.
well, yeah, but they lasted a day.
Right.
So it takes a lot more to be a pro wrestler than to actually just have some baggy jeans and then just dive off your roof.
The pro wrestling bin at Hot Topic.
Yeah, yeah.
Corey Jackson.
Corey Jackson,
El Guapo.
El Guapo, man, that's the Energizer Bunny. He actually takes a licking and he keeps on ticking. I saw Corey get basically beat up by old Joey Barrett,
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
and I'm gonna tell you what, that boy did something that absolutely nobody in this business would have ever done. Corey got up because he didn't want Joey to know that he had just whooped his tail, and he got up and he walked out on his own, hurting. Probably had. I mean, he was just, you know, Corey's got his issues. You know, Corey can't keep his mouth shut, and that's his problem. But I'm gonna tell you what, I mean, he's a good worker, and he's got big heart, lots and lots of heart, and you know what, and that's what this business is actually built on.